This the EOS R5C, a full-frame mirrorless camera from Canon that can allow you to capture 8K up to 60p, as well as oversample 4K and full HD. You can also shoot 4K slow motion up to 120p. You can choose from a range of recording formats, including 3 cinema, raw light, as well as XAVC and MP4. You have log format C-Log3, PQ, and also HLG. And on top, you have ProRes RAW output via HDMI. So the C in front of the Canon EOS R5 is main cinema line. But Netflix has not approved the Canon EOS R5 C among the certified camera for production for Netflix platform. So what does that mean? Does it diminish the value of the Canon EOS R5 C? Is it a deal breaker? And why the Canon EOS R5 C is not approved by Netflix? And what Canon can do to fix it? Yeah, Hakuna Matata. Yeah. If you are not subscribed to my channel yet, to hit the subscribe button right now. And also like this video. And also press the notification bell next to it. Yeah. So I'm going to be between London and Calgary. So I'm going to be flying to Canada now. So I'm going to start talking here. And then later I'm going to talk in Calgary. And I'm going to mix those two videos together. So first thing first. And let's just talk about the capture requirement that you have to, the camera need to follow in order to be approved by Netflix. And that will help us understand why the Canon EOS R5C was not approved. So here what Netflix said, yeah.
How does Netflix determine what gets approved and what doesn't get approved? The most common misconception is that the only requirement we have for cameras on our approved list is 4K capture. Now, while capturing at a higher resolution is certainly important to image quality, we know it's not everything. That's why resolution is just one of the many attributes we look at when evaluating a camera system. Other criteria that is just as important to image quality would be dynamic range, color reproduction, noise performance, sensor readout speed, compression, chroma subsampling, bit depth, and so on and so on.
So those are the requirements or the criteria that Netflix use in order to approve a camera. And certainly, the Canon EOS R5C did not meet that requirement, capture requirement. That's why the Canon EOS R5C is not approved, right? And then, the next question is, what, among all those lists, what is missing in the Canon EOS R5C? Let's explore that too. Hi, that's Captain America. I love Captain America. Yeah, I think, those, capture requirements are important. And for somebody, whether that's approved or not approved by Netflix, for somebody that bought the camera, somebody that wants to use the camera, I want my camera to be able to record image to the highest quality possible, a higher dynamic range, low noise, ratio, and all those kind of things that are really important for me. And also, I strongly believe that when you read the Canon EOS R5C spec, all those things are there. The camera is capable of that. But maybe there is one thing that is not there for now, that maybe put the Canon EOS R5C not in the list of the approved camera. Yeah. What do you think? What do you think that the one thing that is not there in the Canon EOS R5C? That is that. Yeah. So let me know in the comment box below. But I'm gonna share with you my view. I think that the one thing, one of the things, yeah, for me, that's one of the things. So okay. so far, the Canon EOS R5 C has got the C-Log 3 and also C-Log 1, and hasn't got the C-Log 2 like the Canon C70 and also the rest of the cinema cameras. And the C-Log 2 give you the highest dynamic range with for example, the Canon C70. And I think that's one thing that's missing with the Canon EOS R5 C, because dynamic range is also listed between the capture requirement by Netflix, and that's one thing that is not there. It's a little bit similar to the FX3, the Sony FX3, where initially it was not approved, it was rejected by the Netflix till Sony fixed the issue. And is it that something that Canon gonna try to add the C-Log 2 into it? Because the C-Log 2 gives you the higher dynamic range, and for now you don't have that. So probably, I mean, that's just maybe my personal speculation and also opinion. Maybe C-Log 2, the lack of C-Log 2 with the Canon EOS R5 C has also contributed for the Canon EOS R5 C not to be approved by Netflix. Let me know in the comment box below, do you think that that is one criteria that Netflix has used not to approve the Canon EOS R5 C? So yeah, that's one of, I think for me, that's one of the things. Is it not approved? If let's say that I'm right now thinking about buying the Canon EOS R5 C, and I read that the Canon R5 C is not approved by Netflix, as it does gonna stop me buying it, then it would depend on what is my purpose with the Canon EOS R5 C. I'm just gonna use the Canon EOS R5 C for production for Netflix, then I don't have a choice than buying a cinema camera, buying a camera which is approved by Netflix. But for my, for my case, so far I'm not planning to record anything for Netflix, so I'm fine with that. But it's really important, is a highlight, that when you buy a camera, you need to buy a camera that can fulfill a certain criteria, and especially for image quality. Dynamic range is really important. Noise ratio is really important. The quality that you get from the camera, because those cameras, they are not cheap, they're really expensive. So then, the quality is really important. But is it something that Canon can fix? Yeah? Is it something that Canon can fix? Let's think. I'll pray on your bed and run. It's all I can do. All right. Is it something that Canon can fix? And I think so. And for the Canon just need to update the firmware and add C-Log 2. And if we add the C-Log 2 to the Canon EOS R5 C, then I think the dynamic range is going to be increasing, because that's where the C-Log 2, that's why it gives you a better, dynamic range. And we can see that with the Canon C70, which, the C-Log 2, when you're recording C-Log 2, with the C-Log 2, you have the highest, dynamic range. So I think that's something that Canon can fix just with the firmware update. And if my theory is correct, adding the C-Log 2, therefore the Canon EOS R5 C will be just approved like this with the Netflix. So, let's see what will transpire out of that. But I think that would be one of the solutions. And also, I strongly believe that the lack of C-Log 2, that's why we made that Netflix rejected the Canon EOS R5 C. Yeah, Hakuna Matata, my friend. So that's what I have for you. If you find this video useful, give me a thumbs up, like it, and tell me what do you think? What do you think that made the Canon EOS R5 C being rejected by the Netflix approval system? Let me know in the comment box below. And also, I'm trying to get back doing a little bit of more of the video, because recently I was really busy with personal stuff and all those kind of things. So I know every kind of do post every week, but now I try to get back. So if you give me a thumbs up, it's gonna push it. If you comment, it's gonna push the system back into my channel. So yeah, thank you very much. As always, God bless you. I'm here in Canada and in Calgary just again for a couple of days more, and then I'm gonna be returning back home. So I will see you in my next video. Yeah, God bless you, my friend. Hakuna Matata. Bye.